The camera industry is about to witness a shift so massive that it might just redefine the word flagship forever. And if you have been holding off on a major gear upgrade, the next few minutes might be the most important financial decision you make this year. We're standing on the edge of a new era in imaging technology where the line between professional cinema cameras and mirrorless hybrids is not just blurring. It is being erased entirely. For months, the whispers coming out of Japan have been growing into a roar, pointing toward a machine that isn't just an incremental update, but a total structural reimagining of what a Canon camera can be. We are talking about the highly anticipated, deeply mysterious, and potentially industry-shattering Canon EOS R4. Now, I know what you are thinking. Canon usually skips the number 4 because of cultural superstitions. But the leaks surfacing in early 2026 suggest that Canon is ready to break every rule in the book to reclaim the throne from Sony and Nikon. This isn't just another body in the RF lineup. It is being described as the Goldilocks camera, the perfect high-resolution, high-speed beast that bridges the gap between the Speed Demon R3 and the pixel-hungry R5 series, potentially rendering both of them obsolete in one fell swoop. Imagine a sensor that doesn't just capture light, but processes data at a speed that makes traditional shutters look like ancient relics. The heart of the EOS R4 is rumored to be a groundbreaking 60.3 megapixel back-illuminated stacked CMOS sensor, a piece of engineering that specifically targets the Achilles heel of high-resolution photography: rolling shutter. In the past, you had to choose between the massive file sizes of a 60-megapixel landscape camera or the blistering speed of a lower-resolution sports body. The R4 is whispered to be the end of that compromise. By utilizing a stacked architecture similar to what we saw in the R3 and the R1, but pushing the resolution to the 60-megapixel mark, Canon is effectively creating a Sony A7 RV killer with the soul of a professional sports camera. This means you can shoot a high-speed bird in flight or a racing car at 40 frames per second without a hint of distortion, all while retaining enough detail to crop in and see the texture on a feather or the heat haze off a tire. But the sensor is only half the story. To move that much data, you need serious brain power, and the leaks suggest the debut of the Digic Accelerator, a dedicated AI-driven secondary processor that works in tandem with the Digic X to handle complex autofocus calculations and internal neural network upscaling. We are talking about a camera that can internally upscale a 60-megapixel image to a staggering 240 megapixels using deep learning algorithms, giving you medium format detail in a body you can carry in a small shoulder bag. For the filmmakers and hybrid creators watching, the video specifications surfacing for the R4 are nothing short of nuclear. If you thought 8K was just a marketing gimmick, think again. The EOS R4 is rumored to support 8K 60 frames per second raw internal recording with zero crop. Let that sink in for a second. We are looking at cinema-grade resolution at high frame rates, processed through a new graphene-based cooling system that allegedly solves the thermal overheating ghosts that have haunted the R5 line since its inception. But the real game changer, the feature that has professional cinematographers in the US and UK checking their bank balances, is the rumored inclusion of internal electronic ND filters. For years, this has been the holy grail of mirrorless video, the ability to maintain your shallow depth of field in broad daylight without fumbling with screw-on glass or bulky matte boxes. If Canon manages to shrink an N system into an R-series body, the R4 won't just be a camera, it will be a revolution. Combined with 4K 120p oversampled from the full 8K readout, you're looking at the cleanest, most detailed slow-motion footage ever produced by a handheld camera. This is the kind of tech that makes the dedicated Cinema EOS line look over its shoulder. But what good is all that power if you can't hit focus? The autofocus system on the R4 is whispered to be a generational leap, moving beyond just simple face and eye detection. Leaks point to Action Priority AF 2.0, a system that uses skeletal tracking and predictive AI to understand the movement of subjects before they even move. Whether it's a quarterback, K's arm motion, or the erratic flight of a butterfly, the R4's AI is designed to stay locked on with a level of tenacity that feels almost like cheating. And for those who love the eye control AF on the R3, the R4 is rumored to debut a refined version 2.0 that is faster, more accurate for glasses wearers, and allows you to shift focus points just by looking at a different part of the frame. This isn't just about specs on a sheet. It's about the tactile, intuitive experience of a tool that disappears in your hand and lets you create without technical friction. The ergonomics are expected to follow a compact flagship philosophy, smaller than the gripped R3, but more robust than the R5, featuring a 9 million EVF that is so bright and fluid it rivals looking through an optical viewfinder. As we look toward the official March 2026 events, the tension in the professional community is palpable. With a projected price point sitting somewhere between $4,500 and $4,800, Canon is positioning the EOS R4 as the ultimate investment for the serious professional who needs one body that can do everything. It's a bold gamble to release a number 4 camera, but if these specs hold true, Canon isn't just filling a gap. They're building a bridge to the future of digital imaging. The question isn't whether the R4 will be good. The question is whether the rest of the industry is ready for the disruption it's about to cause. If you have been waiting for the perfect camera, the one that doesn't ask you to choose between resolution and speed or between photography and cinema, your wait might finally be coming to a spectacular end. Keep your eyes on the horizon, because the king of hybrids is coming, and it's carrying a 60-megapixel stack sensor that is ready to change the game forever.